I've showed this, I suppose, a dozen times over the years. See the dead grass? Okay. Now I'm going to go through it one more time, how to save your heat-stressed garden. You see that rake? I'm picking up all that dead grass. In just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to help save your heat-stressed garden. People, I've been out here maybe 15 minutes and I'm soaking wet already. It's hot. So I'm gonna make this quick. I'm not gonna BS it. I'm gonna just tell you how it's done and why it's done, and that's it. That's it. It's gonna be fast. If you look careful, you can see the cardboard down in here. It's just about gone. It's all up in there. But it'll come back. I'll put it back. This is what it looks like after and before. Like I said, when you got something growing and it's just far into the season, grass is going to break through that cardboard. But that's no biggie. Come back and keep piling on top of your cardboard. Look at it. This is what it looks like right now. I'll show you a finished picture in just a second. People, I'm trying to work fast. It is blistering hot. This is the bed I prepped a couple of weeks ago. By the way, that's my onions, wild garlic. You see the grass is starting to break through it again. No biggie. I wasn't going to use this bed anyway. So what you do, people, this trick will lower your soil temperature about 15, 18, 20 degrees sometimes. And your gardens right now are heat stressed. They need help. So what you do is, you take your little tape, get your measurement, and you cut it and lay it right down on top of that grass right there. And you cover it again. Now, as I said a while ago, I'm not gonna do that right now. It's too hot. I can't film and work. So what I'm gonna do is do a little quick show and tell. Then this camera's up and I'm gonna get finished out here. It's getting hot fast. Right now, over here, if you look, you see in there, you don't see any grass in there. You see a lot of dead grass clippings down in there. And you don't see where I've been pulling any fresh dirt. But I'm gonna pile that full of the grass clippings. That'll help lower that temperature and keep these tomatoes bearing. If you don't do something, you're gonna lose your garden to heat stress. It's really hard this time of the year. Over here, my okra, my wildflowers, and I got beets and stuff all up in there. When I plant, people, usually I just take the seeds I have and throw them in there. I didn't have many okra seeds, but I got enough started. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and throw that grass all up in here around the plants. That will lower the temperature in this thing. Oh Lord, it's 8, 10, 15, 20 degrees. It depends on different conditions. This is no more use to me. I'm just gonna pile it full of fresh grass. Got a lot of old cardboard in there that hadn't decayed yet. But I'll throw some fresh grass in there. The cardboard, when you put it down, it deteriorates, see it? When it does, it stays damp underneath. Okay? Now, here's the problem with an existing fig trees, asparagus, or whatever you got planted. Eventually, your cardboard decays. Your worms eat it. And, well, your other insects too. Now, this fall, when I cut this back ground level, my asparagus, and I get in here and cut all these suckers off this tree, which surprised me. It survived a heavy freeze last year. I thought it was dead. I will come back in and place new cardboard. Put a layer of grass and new cardboard. See, the cardboard's completely gone here. See, the grass is starting to come back. But by the time this bears out, that grass won't be a problem. And then, like I said, I'll take out the asparagus, cover it with cardboard, except where the asparagus itself is. Cover around this tree again, load it down with this, and you got it. Now, people, I don't know what the temperature is. I'm scared to ask, but I'm gonna show you something. Notice I watered, then I come back with this grass. Excuse me. It's early in the morning. That grass is soaking wet. So the moisture I put in there and that grass, when it starts evaporating, the moisture out of that grass, it's gonna cool that bed down. That bed will drop 10, 15, sometimes 20 degrees, depends on the conditions, the weather, the humidity. But it works, people. Heat stress will kill your garden. I know. I've lost 2 or 3. This is what it looks like before. And this is what it looks like in a few minutes. Now notice, my blackberries grow up on this fence. That's providing shade for my tomatoes, which tomatoes need sun, but they can't take a tremendous amount, or they'll get what you call leaf curl. The leaves will start curling up. It's heat stress. That's why I try to do my garden like this, to lower the heat stress. I left a spot right here. I wanted you to see how deep I'm putting that grass. Look, this is established plants, and it won't hurt a thing. When that sun starts beating on that, and those worms come up underneath, what you're looking at, people, is compost in place. This, and this time of the year and this heat, you can't beat it. That's all. It's heat stress. And that's one way right there to correct. All right. I piled the grass in there. The clippings. Like I said, established beds like this, you're going to get grass to that cardboard eventually. But it's so near completion on harvest time that don't matter that much. When I cut the parsley down, I will go in there, not parsley, I'm sorry, asparagus. I'll go in there and lay a layer of cardboard around the asparagus roots and pack it full of this grass. Same thing with the fig tree. All right, this is after with established plants. You don't have to put a ton in here. Look, just cover that ground a little bit. I'd help smother the grass, which wasn't bad at all. You saw it before I did this. All right. You can always come back the next time you cut grass and sprinkle a little more. And that's what I do, people. I do that continuously. That's why my raised beds, I don't need fertilizer. I mean, I can just stick it in the ground, it grows. Now, all I'm doing here is I'm composting and fertilizing and feeding the worms and cooling my garden off at the same time. It's a one-hit trick to help lower heat stress. In this bed, the plants, they're getting established. So what you can do here, this is before I put the grass in. I'm gonna go in here and pack grass all around the plants, okay? A lot of people say, well, you're harvesting insects. Yeah, you are. You watch your plants. If they start getting chewed on, doctor them. If not, leave them alone. Like I said, this right here will take the heat stress off. Look at that. That's years and years and years of grass clippings and leaves. You don't need fertilizer, people. Eggshells, you see them over there. There's one laying down in there. It's hard to see, but there he is. Eggshells, kitchen scraps, which also feeds the worms. Now, when this bears out, a fresh layer of grass, fresh layer of cardboard, fresh layer of grass, and let it sit. That's what I'm doing with this one right here. I'm fixing to load it down with grass and forget about it. The cardboard is just about gone, but I'm gonna let it go ahead and get all out of there before I redo it. This is my last one this morning. I'm soaking wet. You see it? There's nothing in there. and you see that old grass and stuff, if I pull a weed out by the fence, I'll just throw it in there. Hey, people say, well, you growing weeds, you planting weeds. No, you're not. Now, if they go to seed, you don't want to throw it in there. But if it don't have seed, just throw it in there. The nutrients is taken out of the ground and put it right back, as long as it's not carrying a bunch of seeds on it. So I'm fixing to throw all this grass out of here in there, and I'm gonna call it a day. I got to get out of this heat. If plants were growing in that and hit any height like that right there, that right there, that grass bed, wet, damp with the cardboard, will lower that soil temperature about 12, 15, 20 degrees. It depends on the water vapor, the humidity, and the direct sunlight. The bad thing is you might lose it anyway. These pots against this fence, the sun comes up over there. All right, these are in the shade on up to around, 10, 11 o'clock. They're getting bright sunlight, but they're in the shade. Blueberries, same thing. And my ginger on the end down there in those pots, the same thing. But people, with this kind of heat, you better do something or you're gonna lose your garden. I was out here for an hour and 15 minutes. I got the yard raked, my plants all taken care of, and I am blistering hot. So, air conditioning time, people. It's barely 8:15, and I guarantee you it's blistering. The next thing I reckon this evening is I'll go in the shed and start working on my bees, because they're suffering in this heat too. All right, like and subscribe.